Hello, my name is Brian Stacks. This is my Project 3 review for AOC. I would like to go through a little bit of the app and how I come about creating it. This started out with the storyboards. First started with the design. Wanted to go with some very light colors. A white, light gray, and the looks red, but it's like a off peach, dark peach. But I wanted to stay with them because I think they're very simple, easy colors that go well together. I created a. Let me go ahead and pull my attributes inspector open. And I created a UI label. As you can see, it's got a custom class with UI label. Attributes, I've named it Event Planner. There's the color. It's got the font, the alignment center here. That's done the background. Comes down into the view and the mode left. And that was pretty simple. Then I just created another UI label here for the events. Same color, just not as bold. These two are the same color. These, like, you can tell the buttons are a little bit more pronunciated. But anyway, I made a UI label here. Also made a UI text view and put it under my events. This is what is going to hold for the new events that you create. This is the add event button. As you can see, it's a UI button. Go back to that. That was a UI text view. Actually, it was edited. It was edited or I just can't remember how I done that. Yeah, here's the drawing of it. This gives you all your options for that. I just kept it clear. I just wanted the events to act like they appeared on the page. Just kept it the same default. All my styles on that. The add event UI button has all the nice little accessibility and tells you what the object ID is and all the information you would want. Show the attributions of it and kept it the same text color. You can do backgrounds, but it don't really look like iOS 7. That's what I was designing this for. Then I created a segue. Well, actually, in the design, I created this page first, and then I just dropped another view controller. Just dropped it onto the page here. Then I created my site. I just copied this over, keep the header looking the same. But the page don't change, look crazy. Made a save button, keyboard button, all the same attributes. An add event label, UI text field, it's where you would enter your event in. And then I wanted to send that information back and put it into my UI text view. So the first thing I done was create a segue by control clicking the add event button and dropping it here. So I'm gonna release that. And this is what it created, this segue. My I segue just right to this control viewer, so that way when you click the add event, it goes over here. And then this is where things got a little interesting. Take this away. I've showed you all the little things. See, this is where you can start connecting the buttons, you know, and creating outlets. You know, and it will create these outlets for you. You name them, you know. These are what you would use in your code, your custom code, to get the events back that way. So added all that. So now we can get a little bit into the code. You add event delegate into the UI view controller, the root view controller, which is actually the first page. The root view controller would be the view controller for the first add event page. From my understanding, you know, this brings event into doc list. You know, the synthesize the list of events. This brings it, like, you know, brings event into doc. This prepared segue was the hardest part of the whole little thing for me to get under control. I had to have a little help with this. But ended up getting, you know, creating the first view controller, calling it first VC. I wanted to segue into the first VC.delegate, which I will be talking about in a minute. And then we created a method down here, user created new event. And what that would do would give you the list of events.text equals the string by append string with format. This will give you your line breaks and drop the events, whatever, you know, event you put in, the event description. And here's your add event delegate, bringing it into the UIH header file as an NS object. Here's the user created new event required NS string, the event description, which is the method we called at the end of the last little function. Property ID delegate. Some other stuff I had. You know, commented out property. And this was just like adding from the little property view. Go back, take this one back. That's what that was. It was like adding. That was, all of them was created by these. Oops. Let me take that back. Sorry. But you know, let's go back to this. So yeah, then I just added, you know, the property add event, remove keyboard to save button, the same page label, which is a label that I had created just tinkering around when I wanted to get the data. When I first created, I got the data from the text box to the same page first, and then I figured out how to take it to the next page. Remove key action. This is just to remove the keyboard. So I imported my root view controller H, you know, and my first view controller H. Face at end, you know, calling the first view controller in it with NIB name, NS string, NIB name. You know, created that function. We don't understand that function too much, but it's just what I got. but I know it's calling the NIB, which is, they don't use NIBs in motherboard no more. So this is my save action. I put a little log right here telling me my save works, and then this was what my save would do. It would, my user created new event would add event text and self dismiss view, animated jest, completion nil. Then I had to remove the keyboard action. It's the IB action, remove key action. NS log, want to make sure that works when it happens. Self add event, resign first responder was just the basic, static code for that. So now I'm going to show you this work. So let's run it. There it comes. Sorry, I had to rebuild the simulator. And there you see, comes up the event planner, the events. Let's add an event. See that? Slide into place. So we have add event. Let's try to add an event. I'm going to type in Brian's event. We're going to remove the keyboard. That button works. We're going to save it. See, we go right back into the, this all has to do with the prepare for segue. That's what's doing this. You also see we do have in our log down here the keyboard remove works and the save works. Let's do it again, and this time we'll watch. We'll add another event. Let's add second event, and let's hit keyboard remove. There we see it popped up that time. Keyboard popped up the first time too. We just didn't look. Keyboard remove works. Hit save. Event comes back up, and you see save works.